The United States Army Special Forces, SF, colloquially known as the Green Berets due to their distinctive service headgear, is the Special Operations branch of the United States Army. Although technically an Army branch, the Special Forces operates similarly to a functional area, FA, in that individuals may not join its ranks until having served in another Army branch. The Special Forces Qualification Course, SFQC, or, informally, the Q course is the initial formal training program for entry into the United States Army Special Forces. Phase I of the Key course is Special Forces Assessment and Selection, SFAS. A candidate selected after SFAS will enable a candidate to continue to the next of the 4 phases. If a candidate completes all phases, they will graduate as a Special Forces Qualified Soldier and then, generally, be assigned to a 12-man Operational Detachment A, ODA, commonly known as an A-Team. The length of the Key course changes depending on the applicant's primary job field within Special Forces and their assigned foreign language capability, but it usually lasts between 56 and 95 weeks. Special Forces Preparation Course. This 6-week performance-oriented course includes physical conditioning, map reading, and land navigation instruction, land navigation practical exercises, and common task training. The goal is to prepare and condition 18X and REP-63, National Guard, soldiers to attend the Special Forces Assessment and Selection Course, and the follow-on Special Forces Qualification Course. Special Forces Assessment and Selection, SFAS. Brigadier General James Guest, the commanding general of the John F. Kennedy Special Warfare Center and school at the time, introduced a version of SFAS as a selection mechanism in the mid-1980s. Soldiers have 2 ways to volunteer to attend SFAS. As an existing soldier in the U.S. Army with the enlisted rank of E3, Private First Class, or higher, and for officers the rank of O2, First Lieutenant, promotable to O3, Captain, or existing O3s. Initial accession, or IA, where an individual who has no prior military service, or who's separated from military service, first attends Infantry 1 Station Unit training. OSUT, the combination of basic combat training and advanced individual training, airborne school, and a preparation course to prepare for SFAS. This program is commonly referred to as the X-ray program, derived from 18X. The candidates in this program are known as X-rays. Active duty and National Guard components offer Special Forces initial accession programs. The active duty program is referred to as the 18X program because of the initial entry code on the assignment orders. Training at SFAS. The first phase of the Special Forces Qualification Course is Special Forces Assessment and Selection, SFAS, consisting of 24 days of training at Camp McCall. SFAS includes numerous long-distance land navigation courses. All land navigation courses are conducted day and night under heavy loads of equipment, in varied weather conditions, and rough hilly terrain. Land navigation work is done individually with no assistance from instructors or fellow students and is accomplished within a time limit. Each land navigation course has its maximum time limit reduced as the course moves along and is upwards of 12 miles, 19 kilometers, each. Instructors evaluate candidates by using obstacle course runs, team events including moving heavy loads such as telephone poles and old Jeep trucks through sand as a 12-man team, the Army Physical Fitness Test, APFT, a swim assessment, and numerous psychological exams such as IQ tests and the Defense Language Aptitude Battery, DLAB test. The final event is a road march of up to 32 miles, 51 kilometers, known as the Trek, or Long-Range Individual Movement, LORIM. Selection outcomes. Quitters are voluntarily withdrawn, VW, by the course cater and are generally designated NTR or not to return. This generally ends any opportunity to become a Special Forces soldier. Active duty military candidates will be returned to their previous units, and IA 18X candidates will be retrained into a new MOS based upon the needs of the Army. Medically dropped and not subsequently medically discharged are often permitted to recycle and attempt the course as soon as they are able. Candidates completing the course but who are boarded and not selected, non-select, are generally allowed to attend selection again in 12 or 24 months. After selection at SFAS, all active duty enlisted and IA 18X candidates will be briefed on the 5 Special Forces active duty groups. The 4 Special Forces Military Occupational Specialties, MOS, were initially open to them. The languages spoken in each Special Forces group. Candidates complete a wish list, and listed candidates rank the available MOS: 18B, 18C, 18D, 18E, in order of preference. Officer candidates will attend the 18A course. Both enlisted and officer candidates list, in order of preference, the SF groups in which they prefer to serve: 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 10th, and the languages in which they prefer to be trained. Language selection is dependent on the Defense Language Aptitude Battery, DLAB, test scores of the candidate, as well as the SF group to which they are assigned. Different SF groups focus on different areas of responsibility, AOR, which require different languages. A board assigns each enlisted and officer candidate their MOS, group placement, and language. The MOS, group, and language a selected candidate is assigned is not guaranteed and is contingent upon the needs of the Special Forces community. Generally, 80% of selected candidates are awarded their primary choices. Successful active duty candidates usually return to their previous units to await a slot in the Special Forces Qualification Course. Because an initial accession, IA, 18X candidate lacks a previous unit, they will normally enter the T course immediately. All SF trainees must complete the United States Army Airborne School before beginning Phase 2 of the Key Course. Course Orientation and History. Phase I, 7 weeks. Course Description. Phase 1 of the SFQC is the SF Orientation Course, a 7-week introduction to SF, dubbed the Orientation and History module. The course falls under the auspices of the 4th Battalion, 1st Special Warfare Training Group, Airborne. The course is separated into 6 modules. Module A, Introduction to Unconventional Warfare. This module exposes the students to the overall learning objectives and outcomes of the SFQC, trains them in tactical guerrilla warfare, and provides them with the operational and strategic context under which they will train for the remainder of the SFQC, under the supervision of the Cater and Robin Sage and the mentorship of the G Chiefs. The students are expected to complete this phase with a firm understanding of what will be expected of them throughout the remainder of the SFQC and the importance of unconventional warfare in the Special Forces mission. Module B, Introduction to Special Forces. This module is intended to provide the soldiers with an understanding of the Special Forces, their history, organization, attributes, and core tasks relating to their mission. Lessons include SFODA and SFODB numbering convention, command and control architecture, joint special operations area, duties and responsibilities of each MOS, SF planning and organization, core mission and tasks, SOF physical fitness and nutrition. The training prepares potential Special Forces soldiers for what is expected of them and the standards they must acquire to graduate the SFQC and be members of the Army Special Forces. Module C, Airborne Operations and Refresher. This module allows soldiers to maintain their jump proficiency and prepare for the training they will encounter throughout the SFQC. Module D, Special Forces Planning. This module provides the soldiers with an understanding of the Special Forces mission planning process. The soldiers are given classes on the military decision-making process, followed by a practical exercise that reinforces the training. Module E, Operational Culture and Regional Analysis. This instructional module gives students a foundation of the battle space, including operational culture and a systems analysis of an area. The lessons include a view of that soldier's cultural lenses, leading to an understanding of the perspective of others, as well as the use of the PMESIPT system of regional analysis to deduce the capabilities, people, and environment of a given area. The Pineland Area Study will be used as the basis for analysis, allowing for a comprehensive understanding of the training environment. The acronym PMESIPT refers to a form of environmental analysis to examine the aspects of political, military, economic, social, information, infrastructure, physical environment, and time aspects of the military theater. Language and Culture. Phase II, 18 to 25 weeks. Phase 2 of the SFQC focuses on language and culture. During Phase 2, soldiers receive basic special operations language training in the language assigned to them after Special Forces assessment and selection. Languages are divided into 4 categories based on their degree of difficulty for native speakers of English. Soldiers assigned a Category I or I language will be enrolled in an 18-week language program, while soldiers assigned a Category II or IV language attend 24 weeks of language training. Students receive instruction in 3 basic language skills: speaking, participatory listening, and reading. Limited. An overview of physical and social systems, economics, politics and security, infrastructure, technology, culture, and regional studies forms the cultural component. Language instruction focuses on functional application, geared toward mission-related tasks, enhanced report-building techniques, cultural mitigation strategies, interpreting, and control of interpreter methods. Also during Phase 2, a progressive physical training program prepares for Phase 3. To complete Phase 2, soldiers achieve a minimum of 1 first listening and speaking, as measured by the 2-skill oral proficiency interview. Small Unit Tactics and SERE. Phase II, 13 weeks. Small Unit Tactics is the 3rd phase of the qualification course. The 13-week program provides soldiers in the SFQC with the apprentice-level tactical combat skills required to successfully operate on an SFODA. Students master these tactical skills: advanced marksmanship, small unit tactics, SF common tasks, urban operations, mission analysis, advanced special operations level 1, sensitive site exploitation, and military decision-making process. At the end of Phase 3, soldiers enroll in SERE Level C for training in support of the Code of Conduct. Training includes survival field craft skills, techniques of evasion, resistance to exploitation, and resolution skills in all types of environments. Students participate in a survival and evasion field training exercise and in a resistance training laboratory. The course spans 3 weeks with 3 phases of instruction. The first phase lasts approximately 10 days of academic instruction on the Code of Conduct and SERE techniques, incorporating classroom training and hands-on fieldcraft. The second phase is a 5-day field training exercise for students to practice their survival and evasion skills by procuring food and water, constructing evasion fires and shelters, and evading tracker dogs and aggressor forces over long distances. The final phase takes place in the Resistance Training Laboratory, RTL. Students are tested on their individual and collective abilities to resist interrogation and exploitation, and properly apply the 6 articles of the Code of Conduct in a realistic captivity scenario.